Hey y'all, welcome back to Right at the Wire. This is episode 3, and I just wanted to drop a line about the races yesterday, the Pegasus World Cup, as well as the Southwest Stakes. We did pretty well. The first leg, Red Knight killed us. Had to go against them. I did say that if you thought about using him, it wasn't a bad thing, and if you did, you were right, and congratulations to you. Obviously, Mike Maker was the trainer to have. He had the trifecta. We had Value Engineering, and we had Wicked Fast. Wicked Fast, I was really hoping was going to get up a little bit more at 40-1. That would have made for a really nice score, but I think we had that race pretty well covered, and overall on the sequence, we had 3 winners and 2 seconds. So I think we did pretty well on that one, and hopefully I helped you make some money on it as well. The Fred Hooper, endorsed. He ran a big race. We had a feeling he was sitting on a big one, and he delivered. It was a pretty tough field, and he had enough kick in the stretch to get it done. So that was a nice one. The filly and mare turf, Queen Goddess, just inhaled that field, and really could have been a single for us. Although I will say Lady Rockstar had a good showing for a nice third, and really the unlucky one was Wakanaka. She was just walled off, had nowhere to go whatsoever, and couldn't get it done. So, but I don't know that she, even if she broke free, she was going to get to Queen Goddess. Shanta Sarah surprised a little bit, ran a lot better than I thought she would. But Queen Goddess was definitely the class of the field in that race for sure. In the turf, I was stunned that a Toad pulled that off. I mean, that horse is on the lead. He wants to be on the lead, and he was able to come off the pace and win. I really thought we were dead, to be honest, in the stretch, but had plenty of horse left and got the job done for us. So that was kind of a pleasant surprise. There was another one in the World Cup that we didn't really like from a betting standpoint, but you got to tip your cap to Bill Mott. To take a horse who was a need to lead type and had never demonstrated much to the contrary, to take that horse and reschool and get him to rate like that is just a phenomenal training job. So all you can do is tip your cap. I don't think many people saw it coming. If you were at the track, a lot of people said that Art Collector was looking really good in the paddock, and that may have been a tip that he was going to run a big one, and it certainly did. It was overall a pretty good day. I mean, we did get defunded in second. As often happens in these races, I mean, nobody would have expected Stiletto Boy to come flying out like that. That was not expected. Cyberknife pretty much was done in by that post position. He really didn't fire very well at all. Skippy Longstocking, have to say, was a disappointment. He looked like he wanted. He was in position. There were no excuses whatsoever, and I think it was just one of those things when they went to ask, he just didn't have it, and so maybe that last race took a little bit out of him. I don't know, but anyway, it was a good day, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you made some money, particularly if you had Art Collector. Good for you. I did, like I said, that was very unanticipated. But it was a really solid race for what I said. It was a great trainer. The Southwest Stakes was pretty formulaic, pretty much went according to what we thought. Arabian Night off to the lead and gone. The thing that was Frosted Departure, I kind of thought was going to come out and give him a run for his money, and did, and hung on pretty well. I give the horse credit for hanging in there. I really don't think 2 turns is what that horse wants. But did a nice job to get a third. Corona Bolt was the big disappointment. Why would you take that horse back at a first effort in a route? That's not what that horse wants to do. Obviously, the kickback probably bothered him on the rail, and he just didn't fire. He tried to make a little bit of a run late, but it just wasn't in him. It was his first encounter against winners and stakes, but it was against a really quality field. But I mean, I think that horse has more to offer, and certainly Cox can take him back to the woodshed and reschool him, and I think we haven't seen the last of him for sure. Jace's Road did pretty much what was expected. He made a little bit of a run at the top of the stretch, but just didn't have enough in the tank to do the job. I pretty much think he's on the JV team. I really haven't been that high on that horse, so that wasn't terribly surprising. Sun Thunder ran his race, just wasn't good enough. Bottom line, he, at the top of the turn, I think there was plenty of horse there, and he did close nicely, but others were better, and I picked up a fourth, and maybe with another race that he'll take another step forward, and hopefully he'll be a factor later in the year. Red Route 1 was was a stunner, really, in some ways, because he was just way the hell back throughout the race and just came from the clouds. It almost was like Asmussen was thinking, we're just going to play for second today. And that's exactly what he got. I mean, he made a big move late, and he had a ton of horse coming up to get second, but obviously he had too much to do late and really wasn't a threat to Arabian Night whatsoever. I think he moved forward. I think that horse has some quality, and I don't think we've seen the last of him. And with the right scenario, he could pull an upset. The Rebel Stakes, I think we're going to get. If Arabian Night stays in Arkansas, and that's not guaranteed, you've got a really cool matchup of him and possibly Victory Formation, which I would really love to see. I think that would be a lot of fun. Hit Show was scratched, and now the word has it he will be going to New York. Now that, to me, is a bit of a red flag, because aside from the Wood Memorial last year, the New York Derby preps really haven't produced much, and generally the fields are softer, and I think this is no exception this year. I don't think there's much up there, and we'll see what W&L can do later. But for now, it doesn't look like the fields will present much of a challenge, so I think that might be an easy way for him to get Derby points, to get in the field, and it tells me that maybe Cox is thinking, no, he's just not he's not one of my top players, but you never know. We'll have to see how that pans out. So it was a good day overall. I enjoyed it, and like I say, I made a little bit of money, and I hope you guys did too. And also wanted to let you know we've got the Holy Bull next weekend, as well as the Sham, I believe. So we will be having videos for each later this week. And until then, I know you'll be pouring over the charts and then watching to see what goes on, and we'll help to stay on top of it for you. And love to hear from you. Please comment if you like what you see. I'd love to hear your input about maybe your impressions of what you think is going to unfold next week as we go along. It's always great to get other opinions. A lot of times it can help govern your strategy. And of course, please like and subscribe. We really appreciate it, and it helps us out to continue to bring content to you. So again, thanks for watching. Be well, and I'll talk to you later this week.